Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brennan here, and today we're going to be comparing Big Cartel versus Ecwid. Which is better, and really, which is the best e-commerce platform for you when you're trying to decide between Ecwid or Big Cartel? Really, which is the better option depending on your specific circumstances? And I do want to mention before we dive into the comparison, if you don't already have an e-commerce store and you'd like to get started, of course, you can go ahead and sign up with Ecwid at that first link down in the description box below. That's BrennanValesky.com/Ecwid. That will take you right over to this page here where you can get started with Ecwid for free today. Again, that is completely for free. It is a free forever plan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the comparison and digging into the details between what really makes the biggest differences between Ecwid and Big Cartel when you're trying to decide on an e-commerce platform and website for your online store. So first things first, what is Big Cartel and what is Ecwid? So what is Big Cartel? Big Cartel is an e-commerce platform that is very simple. It's an easy online store specifically for artists and makers and really any kind of business and product that you want to sell on your e-commerce store. You can do that with Big Cartel, but they really do specialize within the artist and maker type of category. Another great thing really about both platforms, we'll dive into this a little bit later more in the pricing section. We will be covering pricing comparisons and what to consider there as well, similarities and differences. We're also going to be taking a look at a few different store examples as well, so make sure you stay tuned and watch the end of the video. Now, another thing with Big Cartel as far as what you can expect with them as a platform is that, of course, they don't really charge a whole lot of money. Again, we'll be diving into the specifics of the pricing in just a moment, so stay tuned, comparing those. And they are made for makers, so they've been around since 2005, and as you can see here, over 1 million creators have sold their t-shirts, art, clothing, merch, prints, jewelry, and all of that on Big Cartel. They really focus in on that type of consumer for the platform and really catering to that type of consumer. But, like I said, you can sell really any type of product that you want to on Big Cartel as well if you'd like to. You're not really limited to any specific categories given that. At least as far as what types of products you want to sell. It is a very simple store. You can set up your own custom shop. As you can see here, you can edit the colors, the theme, customization, and everything with a very simple online store. As far as specific tools, they also, as you can see, you can manage your store, fulfill orders, update products, check stats, run promotions or anything from your mobile device or at home on your computer, as well as you can see for artists by artists. So they're a very simple, basic online store, really great option. We'll be diving into more specific details in just a moment. Now, what is Ecwid? So Ecwid is by Lightspeed, and it is another e-commerce platform, originally an e-commerce widget, hence the name Ecwid, e-commerce widget. You can either set up an online store directly through their online store platform and build out your own instance site. They have an instance site set up where you can create your own e-commerce website directly just all through the Ecwid platform. Or if you already have your own website, you can also add Ecwid onto an existing website such as WordPress, Weebly, Wix, a couple of examples there. So you can add Ecwid on, or you could just build your own online store for free with them. And personally, that's a really great aspect of Ecwid is just the fact that you can get started for free, as well as you can do that as well with Big Cartel. They do have a free option as well if you're just trying to figure out, hey, what is free? That is one big similarity that they both have. Again, we'll be diving into the specifics of pricing in just a moment. But as far as what else Ecwid includes, of course, you can sell anywhere. So you can sell across different social media platforms, across your website, easily sync things there as well. You could grow across different marketing channels such as Google, email marketing, Facebook ads, things like that. As far as advertising, you can manage everything from your phone on their app as well, as you can see here, as you manage your orders. And of course, they do have, you can accept credit card payments and things like that as well on your Ecwid store. Of course, they have support, manage a mobile, and an Ecwid app market. Now, in general, I would say that Ecwid is definitely a bit more feature heavy. They definitely have a lot more features than Big Cartel, just right off the bat. But as we dive into the pricing segment of this video, of course, the big comparison I know a lot of you guys are interested in is, well, how much money does Ecwid cost now, or Big Cartel cost? Now, I want to preface this by saying that, of course, this pricing is subject to change. This may be different, so whenever you're watching this video, make sure you go to Big Cartel's pricing page as well as Ecwid's pricing page to get the most realistic and up-to-date pricing whenever you're watching this video, of course. But taking a look at it as of today, of course, Ecwid has a completely free plan. It is also limited to 5 products, just like Big Cartel's free plan is limited to 5 products. Now, this is really not a big deal if you're looking at just getting started as a beginner and you want to start selling products online and you don't want to have to pay for anything. It's also not a free trial. This is actually a completely free e-commerce store that you can set up with and get started with, and you don't have to worry about any trial period. This is a completely free forever store on both Big Cartel and on Ecwid. That's a really big similarity that both of them have, is they both have those free forever plans, which is really nice, again, for beginners that are just getting started with e-commerce. They want to set up a website, you don't want to have to spend any money, and you just want to test the waters, right? You just want to dip your toe in. You're limited to 5 products on both platforms, as you can see here on Ecwid, number of products 5. You're limited a bit, obviously, on both platforms, but overall, you still have all of the basics that you would need for an e-commerce store. As you can see here, even with Big Cartel, you can also use a custom domain, which is really nice. You can sell online. You can add an image per product, 1 image per product. You still have your stats, your customizable themes, being able to do different things. Now, I would say that in general, Big Cartel's free plan likely offers a little bit more in some departments than the Ecwid free plan. But overall, I mean, honestly, both sites still offer quite a lot with their completely free plan. See, as you can see here, you can also, if you already have a website, you could add Ecwid on to another platform such as WordPress, Wix, Weebly, Squarespace, Joomla, Blogger, Tumblr, and more. So that's an option there. Maybe if you already have like a blog or some other website that you use and you just want to add e-commerce on. You don't necessarily need a whole separate e-commerce website. Of course, you could still do that with Ecwid as well with their instant site feature, which comes with the basic free plan as well. You can set up, obviously, as you can see here, an online store. So that is one really nice aspect, obviously, of both Ecwid and Big Cartel. And realistically, both of the different free plans still offer quite a lot that you can get started with as far as customizing things, a bit of templates. But I will say, like, as you can see here, discounts is one thing that Ecwid doesn't include in their free plan versus Big Cartel does have discounts and promotions in their free plan. So I would say in general, the free plan from Big Cartel does have a little bit more features than the free plan on Ecwid, but it's really kind of neither here nor there, because I will say in the long run, Ecwid does have a lot more features overall as you get into the more expensive paid plans. So if you're interested in the paid plans, maybe you're comparing Ecwid, Big Cartel to other platforms such as like WooCommerce, maybe Shopify, BigCommerce, other e-commerce platforms that exist out there. This is where you get into the more full-fledged e-commerce website, e-commerce platform that Ecwid is. It's a lot more of a bigger platform in general. There's a lot more features, a lot more things that you can do as you scale up into the venture, the business, and the unlimited, even much more than the Big Cartel different plans at the Platinum and the Diamond. Yes, you can add more products with the Platinum and Diamond, which is nice, and you do get a little bit more features in general. As you can see here, you get Google Analytics, things like that, bulk editing, more a couple of little features, theme code editing. Not a ton more features realistically in the higher plans on Big Cartel, other than really just being able to add more products. But again, Big Cartel is a simple platform. They're really not designed for these huge, massive companies like Ecwid is more comparable or built around. Like, you could have a much bigger store with Ecwid on the higher plans. As you can see here, you can have pretty much unlimited. I mean, look at the unlimited aspect. You can do unlimited products on their highest level plan and 2,500 even on their business plan. So realistically, like if you're a bigger store or maybe you're just starting out, but you do plan to scale bigger in the long run, I would say definitely go with Ecwid if you're looking to scale your business in the long run, whether you want to have more products or maybe you just need a bit more of the pro or business level features that Ecwid has in their higher plans. Because again, Big Cartel is just a more simpler platform overall. They are definitely very easy to use just because of how basic and simple it is, but you're a little bit more limited as you go to grow or scale your business, because not just the product limitations, but also some of the other feature limitations. You do definitely have a lot less apps overall that you can use. I know I haven't covered that at all or touched on that yet, but apps in general, there's a lot bigger of an app marketplace on a platform like Ecwid. If you need certain applications or things to add on, that is a lot more robust on the Ecwid platform in comparison to the Big Cartel platform as well. Just looking at the app marketplace or app library, I'll cover a little bit more as well on that specifically within the dropshipping ecosystem, because I know a lot of you guys watching the channel are interested in dropshipping. I'll cover that a little bit later. But that's another thing to consider when you're looking at Big Cartel in the long run as you continue, if you continue to scale your business. Again, Big Cartel is really meant for smaller artists and maybe people that aren't going to be selling these massive volumes. Now, granted, you could still sell massive volumes in a lot of products. There's no limitation on how many orders you could really get within Big Cartel. But I'll just say that some of the features are a little bit more limiting as you grow a business to bigger and bigger numbers. In comparison with Ecwid, it's a lot more scalable long term with their higher plans and features that are available on the platform. Again, not to say anything really bad about Big Cartel. It's still a great platform, but that is something to consider when you're just looking at that feature list, even on the Platinum or Diamond, from Big Cartel compared to the venture, the business, and the unlimited on Ecwid. It's really hands down, Ecwid has a lot more features in the long run for scaling a business. Now, moving on, of course, taking a look at a few store examples. Ecwid, of course, we've got this list here created by Ecwid. As you can see here, we've got food companies, we've got handmade jewelry, we've got some different food again. Some vegan handmade bath and lifestyle. So you got some soaps. So, I mean, realistically, you could sell whatever you want on any of your sites or on your e-commerce store. So these are just a few different examples as far as the look and feel. Clicking into this one specifically, this is like a little handmade jewelry site. As you can see here, we're going to click around. This is on Ecwid, built with Ecwid. Now, you could really design your store however you want, of course. We'll take a look at some rings, maybe this ring here. So as you can see, it's kind of like what the product page looks like. Now, as you can see here, they do have a lot more selectors and options here, entering text, things like that. Some of these are more just like advanced features in general on Ecwid, but really, it's an e-commerce store at the end of the day. Taking a look at Big Cartel's examples here, as you can see, a lot of the examples they feature are just artists specifically. So as you can see here, we have this one, which we'll take a look at here. I open this up in another page. As you can see here, you got your products. You've got your products. You click on images. You go to the product page. Really, there's a ton of different themes, templates, and designs if maybe you want a different look and feel on your e-commerce store. But again, I will say Big Cartel is just a bit more of a simpler, stripped-down platform. You can still make a ton of sales and a ton of money inside your e-commerce store. You're not limited in that regard. But just as far as the overall robust features that the platform has, it's just generally, if you boil it down, a bit more of a simple platform compared to Ecwid, which really is no gripe on either of the platforms. It's really just, it depends on what you're looking for out of an e-commerce platform. Again, as you can see here, this is kind of like what the product page looks like, just to give you a quick little example. Of course, feel free to check out any of the different examples, whether it be from Big Cartel on their examples page or just scrolling around through Ecwid and searching for their examples list. As you can see here, a variety of different styles and ways that you could build out your online store with Ecwid as well. Now, moving along into another section is drop shipping. So if you guys are interested in drop shipping, whether it be with Ecwid or with Big Cartel, I will say in general that Ecwid does have a lot more dropshipping apps. I just covered that on another video on the channel. Ecwid definitely has a lot more dropshipping apps available beyond just the print-on-demand services. I will say that Big Cartel, on the other hand, does have, again, a lot of different print-on-demand dropshipping options that you can still do with Big Cartel. But if you're not looking at doing print-on-demand for a dropshipping business, then you would definitely want to use Ecwid. Again, some of these are limited to the Venture. Well, pretty much all of them are limited beyond Printful, which is a print-on-demand dropshipping app. They are limited to the Venture, Business, and Unlimited. So that is something to consider, that you would have to go with a paid plan if you're using like a platform like Spocket or Synchy, or if you're trying to do Alibaba dropshipping, things like that. I figured I would just mention that in this video just as a point of comparison, is that, you know, you could still use Printful on either platform if you're looking at doing print-on-demand dropshipping. You can do that with either of the platforms, but it is worth considering well, Big Cartel does also have Art of Wear as well. I did want to mention that too. Art of Wear is another print-on-demand dropshipping thing. So there's a few different print-on-demand dropshipping services with Big Cartel specifically, but if you want to go beyond print-on-demand, then you're going to need to go with Ecwid if you're just looking at it from that perspective. But overall, I will say, you know, Big Cartel versus Ecwid, both platforms are really solid. They do give you a lot of features for your e-commerce store. Both have completely free plans available, which is really nice for beginners who are just getting started with e-commerce. I will say, again, at the end of the day, Ecwid is a lot more scalable long-term and has a lot more apps available, just overall a lot more feature-rich in general. And, you know, you could still get started completely for free with Ecwid, and then you can scale up in the long run. Whereas with Big Cartel, you can get started for free, but it may be a little bit harder to scale in the long run just because the features aren't as robust. But again, it is nice and simple. So if you just want something simple and easy to use, then maybe go with Big Cartel. That's really the biggest difference between the two platforms, I would say. Again, super nice that they both have completely free plans. They're really some of the only e-commerce platforms that actually have completely free plans. Again, if you don't already have an e-commerce store and you want to get set up with an e-commerce store, you can go ahead and check out that first link down in the description box below. That's BrandonValesky.com/Ecwid. That will take you right over to this page here where you can get started with Ecwid completely for free. You can get started for free. Again, this is a completely free plan. It's not a free trial. It is a free forever plan. You can do that with Ecwid here. Again, I am an affiliate of Ecwid, so that is a great way to help out and support the channel. Or if you want to get started with Big Cartel, hey, you can sign up for Big Cartel too. Either one is up to you, to depend on maybe if you're an artist, maybe go with Big Cartel if you want that kind of setup, or if you're looking to scale longer term, or if you want to use certain dropshipping apps, you're going to go with Ecwid. So I hope this helped you guys decide maybe a little bit between which is better when you're considering or comparing e-commerce platforms on Ecwid versus Big Cartel. Guys, if you enjoyed the video or found this helpful, be sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, guys, that is all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.